Some believe in the concept that America is a melting pot where the different cultures blend together, becoming one. I prefer the concept that America is a salad bowl where each culture stands alone with its own flavor to create a perfectly healthy dish. As in any dish, it is important to get a taste of the different ingredients in order to ensure that you have the perfect combination. This is Ashley Cook's recipe for a culturally diverse salad. Step 1. Place greens in a large bowl. The first step to making this salad is to identify your green. This is the vegetable that you have the most experience with, yourself. At the beginning of this journey, I did not know much about different cultures and felt as though because I was African American, I was immediately culturally diverse. Some heroes wear capes. Fortunately, my heroes wore duty uniforms. My mother is a firefighter and emergency medical tech. My father is an investigator for the county's district attorney's office. My parents had 2 boys and 1 princess. You guessed it, I'm a daddy's girl in my mother's world. My parents were young parents. They had my brother and I when my dad was 20 and my mom was 18. No, we are not twins. We are born 10 months apart. Our younger brother was born almost 4 years later. In my culture, the male plays a large part of being the protector and provider for their family. My brothers have always felt that they had not to only protect me, but to teach me to protect myself. The village is a large part of the African American culture. Every Sunday, my family gathers together as a family to eat and reflect on our week. My parents were young and my grandparents have played a major part of raising me. I am privileged to have both grandparents on both sides alive and present in my life. It is a stereotype that African American relationships do not last. But my grandparents have showed me that Black love does exist. My village also includes 4 aunts and 2 uncles who have been a great system of support. In my culture, education is at the foundation of our culture. I have been surrounded by collegiate graduates, which has pushed me to achieve my goal of obtaining my own degree. My family pushed me to not only attend school, but to make sure that I was active. While in school, I participated in the JROTC and cheerleading team. I have cheered for a large part of my life. This gave me the opportunity to gain new friends. It is a part of my culture to have extended families, and because of this, my friends were no longer friends, they became family. We lived together, cried together, and shared in each other's accomplishments. I even became the godmother of their children, which made our idea of a family real. Step 2. Add your favorite vegetables. Add those things that you have tested and enjoyed. Everybody won't agree with these things, but they are a part of who you are. These are your dominant and subordinate groups. My dominant group is that I am a heterosexual Christian adult. As a heterosexual, I am not judged for who I am. When walking with my family, I am not looked at as if something is wrong with me. As a heterosexual, I was able to freely have my daughter without being questioned. I am also a Christian woman who does not have to explain what happens when I am praying over my food or reading my Bible. As an adult, I am free to make my own decisions. Prior to this class, I never considered how these dominant groups protected me from being judged and treated unfairly. My subordinate groups are the fact that I am African American, middle-class woman without a college degree. African Americans have been stereotyped to be thugs or promiscuous women. They are often stereotyped to be loud and ghetto. I have been looked at as I go into the stores and oftentimes follow. Many African Americans have suffered at the hand of racism. I am a middle-class woman without a degree. Women are stereotyped as someone who can't do the same job as men and are often paid less than men for doing the same job. Women are often looked over for the promotion and consideration for jobs. I experienced this as a person without a college degree. Without a college degree, people feel as though I am not smart and treat me as though I am beneath them. While at work, if I make a suggestion for improvements, my ideas are not considered because it is thought that those without degrees have not acquired enough knowledge to make a statement. Step 3. Try something different. The best salad includes something unexpected or different. A random combination of bacon bits and apple in a salad can really help bring out a great flavor. When making a culturally diverse salad, try adding something different. For the cultural immersion experience, I wanted to understand male, homosexual, and Christian lifestyle. I have always had a gay male best friend, but I never considered how life was different for him. For this project, I interviewed my good friend. During this interview, we laughed, we cried, and simply caught up on life. I learned that as a homosexual African American male, he felt he struggled to fit in. He had to be seen as the tough African American guy, all while hiding the fact that he felt others' emotions. He explained the fear of being beat up and fired from jobs simply because of his sexual orientation. In this interview, I also learned of his constant battle to adjust who he is to fit in with who he is around. He expressed as he has grown in life, he has been able to accept who he is and simply live his best life. I was raised in a Christian family where my grandparents poured their religious beliefs into me daily. They taught me the importance of prayer and worship. At the age of 16, I felt that Christians could be judgmental. I stopped going to church because I felt they judged me for the things I wore and every action I took. After interviewing Miss Bob after church service, I got a chance to understand that it is less about judgment and more about respect for their religious beliefs. After this interview, I wanted to look at religion from different lenses. For this project, I went to Our Lady of Holy Spirit Monastery in Conyers, Georgia. The Catholic monks dedicated their life to total devotion to God. They live on the campus together and have taken a vow of silence. They have early service where they chant and sing praises to God. While this was a very different experience, it was very peaceful. These are pictures of the church and the gift shop. Step 4. Share your salad with others. I went into this class and my immersion experience thinking I knew everything because I have been surrounded by these groups for a majority of my life. It is a challenge for me to discuss diversity because as an African American, I feel as though I am the diverse group that needs for culturally competent workers. Another challenge for me when speaking about diversity is I lack knowledge of other cultures. From understanding myself and others from a cultural standpoint, I have grown to understand the need to check my own biases when working with others. This cultural knowledge allows for me to serve as a future social worker with the cultural differences of others in mind. By ensuring that all interventions and events put in place are culturally diverse, I am staying aligned with what the National Association of Social Work indicates will assist me with remaining culturally humble. As a child raised by my grandparents, I have found that children who are raised without their parents rather than it is though imprisonment, death, or simply absent of parents are the groups of oppressed people that I am passionate about working with. I desire to work in schools and working with mentoring programs in order to advocate for these students' success. This will allow me to work with their guardian to ensure they understand the needs of these children. As we combine all of the ingredients in the bowl, it is important that you share with others so that they can also get a taste. I hope you enjoyed and are able to take this recipe and recreate this dish for your future endeavors.